Assalamu alaikum. This is Prapunti Chakraborty. Welcome you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Tariq Rahman urges to build safe Bangladesh with participation of people from all walks of life. Tariq Rahman touches soil of the motherland barefoot. Millions welcome him, ignoring severe cold. Christians celebrating Christmas with religious solemnity and joy worldwide. Bangladesh Television's 61st anniversary today. The channel continues contributing to entertainment and free flow of information for Bengali-speaking people. Fourteen countries condemn approval of 19 more Israeli settlements in occupied West Bank. And Ivory Coast beat Mozambique by 1-0 in Africa Cup of Nations. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman has said if all the people are united, the dream of the countrymen will come true. He said this while speaking at the reception organized at 300 Feet Expressway this afternoon. Referring to the sacrifice of Osman Hadi, Tariq Rahman said if BNP is in power, it will uphold the democracy and human rights. Urging the new generation to take responsibility to build up Bangladesh, he emphasized on the unity of the people of the country. Tariq Rahman requested the people to be patient against all kinds of provocation. Seeking the help of the people, Tariq Rahman said he has a plan to change the country and its citizen. He also sought dua and well-being for his ailing mother, former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia, who is under treatment at Evercare Hospital in the capital. After 17 long years, BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman set foot on the country's soil and stood barefoot for a moment, touching the motherland. He then proceeded to the reception venue where millions of people has gathered since the night before, braving the bitter cold. On both sides of his motorcade, huge crowds surged forward. Millions of party leaders, activists, and ordinary people had been waiting to welcome Tariq Rahman's regal return. For days, people had been stationed in the 300 feet area in anticipation. At that time, Tariq Rahman was also seen waving his hand to express gratitude for the people's sincere love and affection. As his convoy moved slowly, strict security was maintained by members of various forces surrounding the motorcade. The respect, love, and emotions of the people seemed to merge into a sea of humanity at the capital's 300 feet area. BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman has expressed gratitude to Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus immediately after returning home from a long 17-year in exile. After reaching Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport this morning, he called Chief Advisor over phone and talked with him. During their conversation, Tariq Rahman expressed gratitude to the Chief Advisor for his arrangement taken for his security and overall management of his homecoming events. In a video shared on the verified Facebook page of the BNP Media Cell, it has been and was seen that Tariq Rahman was inquiring about the well-being of the Chief Advisor during their phone conversation. The video also showed that at the end of the phone call, the sought dua from the Chief Advisor Professor Yunus and ended the conversation by conveying salam. Tariq Rahman returned to his homeland after 17 years in exile. A Biman Bangladesh Airlines flight carrying Tariq Rahman from London landed at Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport in Dhaka at 11:40 a.m. via Sylhet. After a long exile of 1.5 decades, BNP acting chairman Tariq Rahman has returned to the country. Today at 11:43 a.m., the flight carrying him landed at Hazrat Shahjal International Airport in Dhaka. At the airport, family members and senior party leaders extended a warm welcome to Tariq Rahman. After leaving the airport, he removed his shoes in a garden and stood barefoot on the grass, touching the soil. At that moment, holding a piece of earth in his hand, Tariq Rahman felt the touch of the motherland. This return is not merely the homecoming of a political leader, it is the royal conclusion of a long struggle, deprivation, resistance, and waiting. Bearing the weight of a repression under fascist rule, slander, and political vendetta, the man who spent nearly 1.5 decades in exile has returned today, swept by the tide of love, respect, and motion of millions. From the airport to the city's main roads, there was nothing but a surge of people everywhere. National flags in hand, banners and festoons, slogans on their lips and tears in their eyes. It is the manifestation of the people's silent victory against fascism. By ending 17 years of waiting and setting foot on the country's soil, Tariq Rahman once again proved that in history, the final word belongs only to the people. Today is Christmas Day, the biggest festival of the Christian community. Along with Christians around the world, the Christian community in Bangladesh is observing the day with religious solemnity and joy. In the morning, the largest Christmas prayer was held at Kakrail Church, led by Father Albert Rosario. Members of the Christian community living in the capital participated in the prayer service. On the occasion of the birth anniversary of Jesus Christ, Christians across the world celebrate Christmas with deep religious devotion and happiness. Besides, Christmas festivities are being observed across the country, including at the Holy Cross Church in Farmgate. After the prayer service led by Father Jayanti, Santa Claus came down among the crowd and distributed sweets. On the occasion of Christmas, President Mohammed Shahabuddin exchanged greetings with noted personalities of Christian community ambassadors and high commissioners of different countries and representatives of international organizations at Bangu Bhabun this noon. The president extended his heartfelt greetings and congratulations to the Christian community of the country and the world. Meanwhile, Holy Christmas is being celebrated with great enthusiasm in the port city of Chattogram, like elsewhere of the country. The day began with prayers and singing carols. Prayers were held in the different churches, including the Patharkota Catholic Church and churches at cities Jamal Khan and Pahartoli area, marking the day. Christians of different ages and classes prayed for the prosperity and peace of the country and nation in the prayers. Men and women of the Christian community exchanged Christmas greetings among themselves. All churches and Christian establishments in the city were decorated with colorful lights on the occasion of Christmas. Special food were cooked by the Christian families to serve the guests on the occasion. Bangladesh Television BTV, the world's first Bengali language television channel, is celebrating its 61st anniversary today. The channel began transmissions on 25th of December in 1964 from the then DIT building, now the Rajuk building, under the name Pakistan Television Corporation. Following the emergence of independent Bangladesh on 16th of December in 1971, the broadcaster was renamed Bangladesh Television. In 1975, BTV moved from the Dhaka Improvement Trust DIT building on its own premises in Rampura. From its launch in 1964 until 1980, BTV aired programs in classic black and white format. A new era began on 25th of December in 1980 with the introduction of color broadcasting. Since its inception, BTV has operated torrential broadcasting, enabling viewers across the country to receive its signal through ordinary antennas. In 2004, BTV World was launched via satellite transmission, while its terrestrial broadcast was also made available through cable networks. Currently, BTV is the only television channel in Bangladesh broadcasting simultaneously via both satellite and terrestrial platforms. Following the historic mass uprising last year, Bangladesh Television launched a 24-hour news channel named BTV News. Now, international news. At least one Palestinian was killed and 6, including a child, were wounded in Israeli attacks across Gaza on Wednesday. According to Gaza's Ministry of Health, Israeli forces have killed more than people in the battered enclave since the start of the ceasefire in October. Gaza's government media office said Israel committed serious and systematic violations of the truce, noting that Israeli forces has breached the ceasefire 875 times since it came into force. Meanwhile, 14 countries, including the UK, Canada, Denmark, and France, have condemned Israel's approval of 19 new settlements in the occupied West Bank. In a joint statement, they said the move was illegal and jeopardized the Gaza ceasefire and long-term peace and security across the region. Christmas, the most significant religious festival for Christians, is being celebrated today across the world with prayers, joy, and renewed hopes for peace. Marking the birth of Jesus Christ, the day brings together families, communities, and nations in a shared spirit of love, compassion, and humanity. Christmas is being observed today across the globe with deep religious devotion, festive celebrations, and heartfelt prayers for peace. As Christians commemorate the birth of Jesus Christ, churches and homes are filled with light and music and a message to love that transcends borders, cultures, and conflicts. From the Vatican, Pope Francis led special Christmas prayers at St. Peter's Basilica, calling on the world to embrace peace, tolerance, and humanity. In his message, the Pope urged global leaders and communities to work together for an end to violence, suffering, and division, especially in conflict-affected regions. Across Europe and the Americas, cities have come alive with colorful lights, Christmas trees, and festive decorations. Churches and cathedrals hosted midnight masses and special services, drawing thousands of worshippers. In cities such as London, New York, and Paris, families and friends gathered to celebrate, while children delighted in the presence of Santa Claus and the joy of gift-giving. Despite ongoing wars and humanitarian crisis, Christmas is also being celebrated in parts of Africa and the Middle East. An earthquake with a magnitude of 6.1 struck Taiwan's southeastern coastal county of Taitung on Wednesday, the island's weather administration said. There were no immediate reports of damage. The quake shook buildings in the capital, Taipei. The quake had a depth of 11.9 kilometers. Taiwan chipmaker TSMC said the quake did not reach the required level for evacuation of factories across the island, which lies near the junction of two tectonic plates and is prone to earthquakes. More than 100 people were killed in a quake in southern Taiwan in 2016, while a 7.3 magnitude quake killed more than 2,000 people in 1999.